going to start by clawing him to the eyes to blind him so that he can't see while I do the rest of this stuff to him. Because remember, the number one thing about injured people is they're helpless. So I want to make him helpless so that there's nothing he can do about anything else I'm about to do to this guy. Because it's not about fighting, it's about hurting people. So from here, I'm going to step into him once again, get my body weight moving so that I have the kinetic energy to actually do damage to these targets that I'm hitting. So I'm going to step in and claw to the eyes. I'm going to follow all the way through. I've got my body weight in motion. That's going to give me all the oomph to get this followed all the way through. And I'm going to get him turned just like this, with this spinal reflex, in preparation for the takedown. Because here I want to slam this guy into the ground so his head hits the concrete nice and hard. I'm going to do that with a strike. And I'm going to come back with an elbow into the bladder as a strike, dropping my weight down into a full stance to get this guy to go down. So I'm going to step into his center, into a full stance, elbow back into the bladder to slam him down on the ground. I'm going to follow through with both arms when I do this because I don't want to accidentally get kicked in the chin when this leg comes flying up. And the leg will always come flying up. So I'm going to follow all the way through with both arms when I take this guy down so that I'll have a hold of this leg right here with these arms. If I want to do something special with the leg, I'm more than welcome to. In this case, there's nothing that I really want to do with it, so I just throw it away because what I really want is to get into my next target, which is going to be the solar plexus. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rise up and come over the top here, winding up so that I can get this punch with the two knuckles into that solar plexus target. I'm going to drop my weight on him straight down with a full stance to do that strike. Now, I want you to think about this strike in exactly the same way as a single knee drop to the solar plexus, because in the terms of how his rib cage is going to handle this, they're exactly the same. The broken ribs, the rib cage does not know whether it was a knee drop or whether it was my fist, because in both cases, it's my entire body weight dropping straight down into that target. There's no difference here now between the knee and the punch, because we're not really talking about a punch. What we're really talking about is my entire body weight dropping. I'm just going to pick a different tool at the end of this whole thing to have it all driven into him with. So once again, I need you all to think about this in the same terms as this knee drop. It just happens to be the fist at the end instead of my knee. And then lastly, I'm going to stomp to the throat. This is a lethal technique. If you stomp him to the throat, there's a good chance he's going to die. If you don't want to kill him, don't do that. Now this stomp is going to be, once again, just like the most basic strike possible, because I'm going to have my body weight up here and my body weight coming straight down on top of that. I'm going to be able to generate a lot of kinetic energy. In real life, when I do this, you're going to come up and you're going to stomp down that hard with your entire body weight coming through. And he has no place to go. So he's going to eat it all in the throat. Those structures in the throat are going to get broken, get crushed. They're going to swell shut. He's going to start to asphyxiate. So once again, if you don't want to kill him, don't do that. When you're practicing with your partner, you need to make sure that you're not putting your body weight in there and you're not going fast. So to practice it safely, I can touch my target and follow all the way through, but I'm not using my body weight in real life.